welcome back everybody. This is going to be our match of the night between Origin and the Vipers. And I got Mr. Rockerman with me. How we doing?
Dude, I'm doing good, dude. We got the matchup of the night. I'm excited. Just my org just clapped Chipmunk's org, so I'm excited. I'm excited. We got the 3-0 sweep from Ascension, so looking good. I'm hoping for another one here. Origin, they need this one, so it's gonna be crucial. I'm hoping they can pull it out.
I can't help but notice that a lot of the matches on stream have had Rockerman versus Chipmunk orgs on them. I'm interested to see the overall stats on stream, who's come out on top more often, because I think it was almost a clean sweep from Chipmunk last week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. Chipmunk, his org's all right, dude. They're doing pretty good this season. All of his teams are pretty close to contention. Unfortunately, Venom just got eliminated, but Venganza's clinched. Vortex, they're still in contention. And, the Vipers tonight, they're also still in contention here. They have a magic number of 2. So if they win and either the Wyverns or the Rooks lose, they're gonna be in the playoffs. So it's a crucial game for them. And then on the other hand, for Origin, they're one game up on Tora for that final spot. So that race has been exciting, the last couple weeks. So they also really need to win this game.
Yeah, this match definitely has playoff implications written all over it, and I'm not too sure about Vipers, but like you mentioned with Tora for Origin, I'd consider this a must-win for them. So I think if Origin wants to even make playoffs or at hopes of better seeding, they're going to want to take this one for sure.
Yeah, and I think the toughest thing here for Origin is that they're tie. If they have the tie with Tora, they have the same record at the end of the season. Tora actually has the tiebreaker over them. I believe that's on. I think that's barely on games played. I think they have one more on the head-to-head games played. They have one more game on them. So if they tie, Tora makes the playoffs, and Origin are to miss it. So they've got the one game lead right now, but they're really gonna have to keep it going if they're gonna want to make the playoffs.
And I can't help but notice that everybody in chat is voting for the sweep. We don't want a sweep on stream, guys. Give us the content. We don't
5
want
games
sweeps on stream. I'm glad somebody else joined me in the Origin 4 to 5 games vote.
That was me.
Okay,
that was me. Let's go.
All right, glad we're on the same page there. No sweeps on stream, please. Rip Venom a few minutes ago, but yeah.
Hey, you know what? I know we're about to get them joined up, but I know we talked about it right there. I've got Origin here in this one. A little bit of Rockerman bias here. Rooting for my boys here. I'm going for Origin. I think it's gonna be close though. I actually do think it's gonna go 5, and that's not just me hoping it's gonna go 5 or rooting for 5. I think it's actually gonna go 5 because these guys, these are 2 playoff caliber teams. Vipers, they're all but in at the moment. As long as they can keep their momentum going in Origin, they've been looking good as of recent. So, I'm going Origin in 5 here, but I think it's gonna be close.
Yeah, I definitely thank goodness the teams have finally been reconciled by Chipmunk here, as we've said that it was okay for them to join 3 times, and they finally took the hint. So we're finally able to get this one underway here. But yeah, I think it could definitely be close, and I've seen Murph and Turf in a few of Eminem's 1v1s, and he's been able to take out Ventus, who's a Titan player, so I don't think I've seen him on stream before in a 3v3 setting, so I'm interested to see how that goes out for him.
Yeah, we'll have to see who's gonna come out on top early. I think that's gonna be key in this matchup. Who's gonna make the first move? Who's gonna take the first game? I think it's gonna be crucial to determine who's gonna win the series.
Oh, that's a shot rolling off the post there from Sage. C-Money going up for the double, almost getting it, but bouncing it off his belly. This is going to go off to the side. Now Sage and Drizzard kind of on top of each other in the midfield. That was a botched opportunity there that they could have capitalized on. And like you mentioned, that early momentum, they needed it right there. As another shot's coming on, and they get burned by it as Psychonautic is able to take one on the other side.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you don't capitalize on your opportunities there. Vipers coming right back. Psychonautic, perfect placement right by Drizzard. And, it just goes to show you, when you get your opportunities, you got to make the most of them. C-Money missed that shot, and Vipers came right back and made him pay.
It was kind of a slow developing play, too, so you would have thought that the communication would have gotten out in time, or maybe just nobody was saying anything in comms, but I mean, either one of them, I think it was between Sage and Drizzard, could have hit that shot, as Drizzard almost able to make up for that mistake there, but a great save by Psycho. C-Money on the other side now, trying to pass it off to Drizzard, but Drizzard rotated all the way back, but now opportunity arising as Murph misses off the sidewall. Sage crashing in, but doesn't quite get the touch there. C-Money faking out the challenge, and it's gonna work out as he faked the challenge and got the boost steal, making the defender panic.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Murph just missed that ball, I guess. It was a ball he definitely should have hit there, and Sage, he's got a wide open net to shoot at. So again, another mistake comes out, and this time it's Origin making the Vipers pay.
Yeah, two big mistakes to start off this game one. Hopefully there's a little bit cleaner play as we move on in the series, but for now, if these teams are going to want to establish their dominance in game one, they're going to have to make cleaner plays like that. Drizzard air dribbling the whole team, and that's how you do it.
Okay, Drizzard. I see you out here. He's just going in with the dribble play right over the top of the last defender. Good boost management. They're able to stay with it, and last defender, no chance on that one. Great shot from him in Origin. They're in the lead for the first time this game.
Another opportunity of the kickoff, but Murph able to get the save. Drizzard with the pass out to the middle, and C-Money was just a little tardy on that opportunity, but still getting a good 50 to the side. As nobody for Origin crashing in on this yet, but finally Drizzard comes in. Sage with the follow-up, but gonna get beat out by Psycho. Sage out to the middle, but once again C-Money a little late, but once again a great 50 to that sidewall. If he was a little bit quicker, he could have gotten a shot on net, but as long as he keeps getting these 50s, they can stay on offense. And as a shot opportunity's coming up, but Sage coming in with the last-second save. And I mean, I don't know about you, Rockerman, but I always feel like C-Money, maybe it's just because I know him very well, but he's been the guy on this roster. But I don't know if you know anything about Drizzard or Sage as much.
Well, Drizzard actually does have a Player of the Week award to his name for this season. He's been a very solid player. I mean, honestly, I've seen a lot from these guys recently. We had a couple of roster shakeups throughout the season, picked up Sage in the recent weeks, and he's been a great addition. So I really like Sage on the roster. But yeah, I think C-Money, he's been a clutch all season, and Drizzard, Player of the Week once before. So I think Drizzard and C-Money, those are the two guys to look for. Sage has been great on the third man role. As I see C-Money with the shot, almost gonna go in, but as I say that, there he is, right back at it.
Yeah, that was not an easy shot to make, and he's almost able to smack it down from the crossbar, but just a little too much juice on that one. But as he came flying in for the challenge, but now on the other side, nobody for Origin up. Almost disaster right there, but now an easy counterattack coming on the other side, but Micro's going to get back in time. Another opportunity for C-Money. He's going to put it on the right side as Psycho rotated too far to that far post.
Yeah, that's good placement there from C-Money. A mistake in net. You see there's two defenders right there, and Mike Werb, I believe that was him, just couldn't get back to that one at the very end. And yeah, tough. I think it was actually Murph that couldn't get to it, but a tough one there. But C-Money, he's on the offense there now. Origin, they're looking good here. Still a minute 43, so a lot of time remaining for the Vipers. If they can keep what they had earlier, they could definitely score a goal or two here quickly and make it interesting.
Yeah, and there's another save coming out from Drizzard, and I know they always say to rotate back post, but that's kind of one of those few opportunities where you might want to stay at the near post, because C-Money saw that as he's going to put another one in, and nobody's there on defense.
Yeah, another misrotation from the Vipers there. Again, a shot to the near post. See, the challenge came out, but wasn't quite close. Could have waited back there. C-Money had to hit a tough angle, and he put it right on. So that Origin, a 4-1 lead here. And after that first Vipers goal, all of a sudden Origin, they just turned on their pressure, and maybe they were taking a second to find themselves there. As they've kind of turned things around.
Yeah, Origin, they just look like the speedier team at the moment, and almost all of their goals except that third one has come off a really good 50, and I didn't notice it on that last one, but Drizzard, he just had a really good 50 that went flying off the ceiling, and the Vipers player, he just couldn't read it in time, which allowed C-Money to come crashing in for that shot. And as far as this game one's concerned, Origin's been the speedier of the two teams. Not that Vipers haven't had their opportunities, as another one's here, but once again, that Origin defense is just able to put up that wall, and Vipers can't do anything about it at the moment.
Yeah, that was one thing about Origin at the very beginning of the season. They were so defensive throughout the entire first half of the season. More recently, they've kind of leaned to their offense. So I think that's where it goes to show they worked on their defense at the beginning of the season. Were so dominant there, and now they're able to turn on the offense there, and their defense is still, for the most part, good there. As I say that, a shot's gonna go in. It's the caster's curse right there.
We're just complimenting him as another great 50 off the ceiling for Vipers this time around. And Drizzard, he just reacted super late to that. I think he was contemplating what exactly he wanted to do, and by the time he made the decision, it was already bouncing off the crossbar again, and Murph was able to get that opportunity right there. Now Sage on this one in the corner. With the following seconds left, sorry to cut you off.
No, you could.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say Origin. It would just able to hold on to that one there. They were looking pretty solid. I was gonna say that Vipers had one more opportunity there, but couldn't really get anything going. But great performance from Origin in that one. You see everybody contributing there. C Money, Drizzard, Sage, all with at least one goal. C Money came out with 2 assists to everybody's name as well. Sage Burner there with 2. And then saves for everybody except for Sage. So I mean, Origin just an all around solid game from them. And the Vipers, it just looked like they were just missing a little bit of it. I mean, I know they started out so strong, and that's kind of what I alluded to at the beginning, is that they need to have a strong start to kind of show themselves. But after that first goal, it looked like the Vipers, they just kind of got complacent, and they didn't really have that same sort of offensive momentum going for them.
Yeah, and definitely agree with that. But if you look at the saves for Origin in comparison to the Vipers shot total, Vipers at 6 shots and Origin with 4 saves, and of course the other 2 are coming from the 2 Vipers goals. So I think it's just a matter of Vipers getting on offense more often. If they can make more offensive opportunities, eventually that Origin defense will crack, as we saw with the mistake coming out from Drizzard with that great 50 that bounced off the ceiling. And if you put Origin in an uncomfortable spot like that, I mean, Vipers will be there for the opportunity, but it was just a case of Origin suffocating them on defense in that first game. And if they're able to break out in this game too, they might have opportunity there.
Yeah, I know that's the one thing that Origin definitely struggles a little bit with, is just a little bit of communication. So sometimes when they do get on defense like that, we saw it a couple times in that last game. They they don't really know who's going, and that's the one thing they can always work on here. So if the Vipers can get a bunch of pressure on them and get shots, there's going to be miscommunication from Origin, and they'll have their opportunities. So if I'm the Vipers there, that's what you got to go after. Just get some more pressure up, because there was really not many shots in that one. So you got to get those up.
Yeah, Eminem, the self-proclaimed coach in chat, saying he's going to help out the Vipers for this game too. We'll have to see if they make any adaptations to Origin's offense in this one. But yeah, as C-Money on this one, sending it off the sidewall. Drizzard again following it up, and Micro last back. Sending it right back out to Drizzard though, and he's going to have a shot on net, but off the crossbar. Sage with the follow off the sidewall. C-Money again pounding that backboard. There's Drizzard for the opportunity, but Psycho's going to beat him out. And that's going to leave Sage last back, but just able to beat out Micro as it's going off the sidewall again. C-Money with the early challenge. Nobody was quite up for that yet. Could have had a slower opportunity there. But now Sage with a great 50 off the ceiling again. Stealing the boost on his way out, as Drizzard's going to follow this up. Shot on net. It's going to slip past Murph and almost go in. And Sage, and there's just no follow-up from them on defense. It's just awkward, as Origin is completely dominating him in this first minute and a half.
Yeah, Origin, just so much pressure right here. I actually want to talk a little bit about Microwave there. We saw him play in the Challenger game just a moment ago, where Ascension took down Venom 3-0. He was subbing up in that one, and they lost that series, and it was tough. And one thing we noticed from that one, from casting, is that they were very hesitant. So, and I've kind of seen a little bit from Microwave in this one. He's hesitant, he's staying back, and I think it's kind of hurting his team. That's the one thing about playing in a series or playing games right before. They can kind of get in your head and get that mindset. If he's being patient in the earlier series, he might still be patient in this one. So I think he's got to get it out of his head and get back on the offense.
Yeah, and as you were talking about Micro right there, he was last back on defense in kind of an awkward scenario, and he completely whiffed the ball, but luckily for Vipers, Sage also whiffed the ball, and that's kind of been the only good opportunity for Origin as of yet. It's a counterattack coming out from Vipers, but an easy clear to the side for Sage. And as of now, well, I just was about to say, as 2 shots come ringing in, Vipers didn't have a single shot on halfway through this game, but finally starting to get some momentum. But Micro's going to send it right at Drizzard for the easy save. Psycho sending it back off to the side, Sage there. Murph going up for this, and again, he's just not making the touches on defense, unfortunately, for Vipers. And if he can be that guy to get these defensive transitions down, as Psycho almost able to pull off the solo play, they might be able to find themselves on offense more.
Yeah, there was that one shot just a little bit ago. They had a great opportunity there. They need more of that. They got like 4 shots in a row there, I believe, and they were almost able to squeak one through. So if they can get those sustained shots, they're going to definitely be in this one.
And whatever Eminem managed to say in between games, I mean, it's been working so far, as no team's been able to score here, but definitely, as of right now, Origin's still looking like the better team at the moment. As Drizzard sending it off the ceiling, all 3 players not able to fake the touch, and I think they were counting on who was this that went off the ceiling? Or yeah, they were counting on Murph again. That's been around 3 times now that Murph's needed to make the touch, and he just hasn't been able to bail out his team on defense.
Yeah, that one is tough there. Especially we saw that a couple times on Origin side as well, where the ball just kind of was floating there. They thought someone was going to make the touch, and they just don't. And that's one of the things. I think that's the toughest thing about being in Prospect League. With these lower ranked guys, the main difference between lower ranked guys in Prospect League and the higher ranked guys in Challenger and Rival is the consistency. And that's the tough thing about Prospect. You want to trust your teammates. You want to expect them to hit the ball, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. It can result in goals like that.
Yeah, I mean, even for a higher team in Titan, oh my goodness! A great pass from Seamany. I think he actually missed the net, but either way, Sage able to clean it up with a great redirect to the near post. Oh my goodness!
Wow, that's just great positioning there, Sage. He was stealing the back boost. He might have been even looking for the demo, but when he saw the shot was coming in, great awareness, able to get that redirect, and what a banger there. Now Origin, a 2-0 lead, looking to take a 2-0 lead in the series as well.
Yeah, but as I was saying before, that great play developed, almost an opportunity coming out there, but even for a higher level team, that's a tough spot for Murph to be in. I mean, even a Titan League player would probably have to waste all of his boost to try and come up with that touch. So I think it was up to one of those 2 players on the backboard to try and bail him out. I mean, like you mentioned, you want to trust your teammates, but in that situation, you got to realize that's a tough read to make, so better to double commit than for nobody to go at all. And another big mistake coming out, and that's going to lead Origin to take this game too as well. Maybe Vipers might be able to get something here in the last seconds as Murph's up and not able to find that touch there, but just unfortunate circumstances for them on defense again.
Yeah, and I mean, the Vipers, they just struggled there on the defense. Only 1 save coming out from them in this one. Origin, they had their shots again like they did in game number 1, and they just capitalized on their opportunities. Drizzard got the one goal that the miscommunication that we talked about quite a bit. But the second goal that they had was is pretty crazy there. So I mean, they're looking so good right now. And as the GM, I'm pretty proud of how they're looking. We talked about how crucial these games are for both these teams, Bagels. I'm surprised, honestly, that we hadn't seen a Vipers win yet. I really expected them to answer back in game number 2, and now they're gonna have to try to pull the reverse sweep here if they're gonna want a chance. And we talked about them being in playoff position, but their playoff lives aren't secure here. The Wyverns have been hot recently. Rooks are still hanging around. So if the Vipers can't pull off a couple wins, they could potentially miss the playoffs even. So they're gonna have to look for an answer here.
Yeah, and even if you get swept in this matchup, I mean, that's really gonna hurt your game differential. If they're gonna lose against Origin, they at least got to go down swinging. But I mean, as we know, if they bring it to Game 5, Origin doesn't lose Game 5s except for last week against Faded. We don't bring that up.
it wasn't on stream, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah, I mean, Origin Game 5s on stream, flawless.
It's over. It's over.
Well, whatever happens off stream, sweep it under the rug. But yeah, Vipers, they're gonna have to find something here, and they did look better in that game too. And it was just a matter of an unfortunate play resulting in that first goal, and just an absolute banger of a play from Sage and C-Money combining to put that second one in. And I feel like Vipers, they need to score first to try and gain some momentum. Pass out to the middle, but nobody there for Murph's hit, and they did manage to score the first goal in that game 1, but quite frankly, it was off an Origin mistake. I feel like if they're going to have to win this game 3, they're going to have to put a great play on, and they're going to have to earn it.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to come out swinging. As we see, oh my goodness, is that one going to go in? No,
no,
can't find the shot. Oh my goodness, I thought Sage Burner just had an insane dunk right there, but C-Money, a crucial miss. And, you know, Vipers, they've got to be careful there. You know, that's another one where Origin, you know, they probably should have scored that one. C-Money had the net. So Vipers, they've got to get rid of these mistakes, and they've got to get back on their offense right now, because they're just getting suffocated at the moment, and they haven't really gotten much offensive pressure at all.
Yeah, and they almost actually just got scored on right there. C-Money got the good demo in the midfield, which left the net temporarily open, but then C-Money saw nobody was going, and I think he may have actually stolen that shot from Sage, who was trying to rush in. But yeah, and bringing up Sage again, that was a great dunk from him, as he puts another one on here off the crossbar, and it's going to trickle top down. And that's about the 3rd or 4th goal where multiple players have been in net, and nobody can make the touch. And once again, Murph was the first up, and he bailed.
Yeah, that one was tough there. I think Sage had a nicely placed shot, and you know, it was just a tough spot from the Vipers. But I want to touch on Sage for a moment. Origin, actually, before this game, we just picked up a 4th player in Johnny Boy Kills, and it was said in the chat that if things went badly, Johnny could be subbing in, and it was more than likely going to be for Sage. So I think Sage kind of took that to heart, and he's playing really good here. As I say that, he misses the ball, but
yeah, he missed the midfield.
Went to the midfield.
Oh no!
Oh, Drizzard with a nice save. But I think Sage has got something to prove, and the Origin boys, you know, I think they're a little bit fired up.
Yeah, another opportunity coming out here, but Drizzard with the whiff. I don't think he had any boost to try and get the follow. There's a slow shot on net, and Murph's going to clear it away. Drizzard sending it out of the corner. 2 players again on that backboard, but Psycho's able to take the lead on that hit, as Drizzard and Sage kind of fake each other out. Nobody knows who to go for it. Off the backboard now. Murph up for this, and he misses again. I hate to keep bringing it up, but I can't help but feel if Murph was just making those solid touches, I mean, Vipers could be in a completely different spot in this series, mainly on defense for them.
Yeah, that's the one thing too. When you know, I'm assuming Murph is usually their guy. I think you talked about him earlier. And you know, when your guy is not hitting your shots or hitting the shots that he normally hits, it can completely throw off your roster. So, you know, that's a tough thing about not having a very solid, you know, second man, like a really solid 2-man team. I'm not sure if Psychonautics is usually the guy or Microorb is, but you know, they're not having a good series either. So, you know, it's just tough when your main guy is not able to be on his game.
Yeah, definitely. It completely throws your whole game off, as almost Murph and Psycho bumping into each other. Just confusion on the defense throughout this whole series. And then Psycho missing his last man back. Murph having to make a touch with 0 boost, and he does. Sending it off the sidewall now as a pair of demos come out. Drizzard sending it back onto the orange side, but Micro's going to clear it up. Up for the aerial, sending it off the backboard. Where's the follow-up? Psycho too late, as Sage is going to hit it away. But Sage getting hard dunked out off the crossbar. Psycho there for the shot, but it's going to go off the post again. And the few opportunities that they have had. Oh my goodness, Murphy's finally able to get a spectacular save on defense. They needed that if they're going to have any momentum in this game 3. Maybe they can build something off that, as Murph finally able to clutch up. But yeah, and the few opportunities that they have had on offense, it's been off the post or a great save coming out from Origin. They're going to need to find something here with a minute left.
Yeah, they've got to turn it on now. They've only got 2 shots here, and they just got to find something right now. That save, I hope it ignites them, because I want to see this game keep going. As much as I'd love to see Origin win, I want it to be close here. So they're gonna have to turn it up here. Final 30 seconds.
And now Sage in the corner on this one, kind of awkward, not able to get that ball, and Psycho's going to clear it out. Drizzard not with the greatest touch in the midfield, popping it up. Psycho and Micro takes it away from Psycho. He could have had a good clear to the backboard. As now sending off the sidewall. Now with 10 seconds approaching, Vipers are going to have to find something here, but Origin's on offense at the moment, but Psycho's going to steal it away. C-Money missing off the backboard. This could be an opportunity. Psycho bailing out Murph as he couldn't make the touch. Again off the backboard, but nobody ready for this, and it's going to hit the ground. And once again, confusion on who should go for the ball. Now that last 30 seconds could have spelled an opportunity for them on offense.
And I think overall that was a pretty disappointing series for the Vipers. Not the Vipers team we're normally used to seeing, but I mean, really, you got to give credit to Origin there. I mean, another great game. My orgs are just absolutely destroying Chipmunk's orgs. It's another 3-0 sweep. Chipmunk is down 2-0 on the day. I feel bad for him. Chipmunk, I love you, buddy, but a rival. They might be pulling out the upset later tonight. We'll have to see. But
I mean, I'd love to see that.
I would love to see that too. Chipmunk Man RL on Twitch. But anyways, I mean, Origin, they did what they had to do there, and now at 8-8 there, depending on how the Aurora game goes, they could potentially be in the second spot in playoffs here. Their magic number is down to 2, and they control their own destiny now. So if they win these last 2 games, they're in. And they're looking like they're peaking at the right time.
Yeah, and that was like you mentioned, that was a big win for Origin to keep their playoff hopes alive and possibly to maybe get that 3rd or 4th seed potentially. But even in that 3rd game, or the 2nd and 3rd games, I think Vipers played a little bit better in the midfield. It was just finishing those opportunities on offense or being there to make those good touches on defense so the corner clears out. And I think Origin was only able to get 4 shots in that game 2, and only 2 shots, or it was either 2 or 3 shots in that game 3. So they weren't as dominant in those 2 or 3 games. And I think if they're going to have to go up against Tora or anybody else in playoffs, they're going to have to look a little bit stronger. But either way, sloppy or not, able to pull out the 3-0 sweep. And yeah, the Rockerman org coming in strong this week, as I think Chipmunk's org last week kind of dominated us, but we'll see. We'll have to see later on. Maybe a rival can get their second win, but who knows?
Maybe we're saving up for the big one here. We're saving up for Vortex. We got the rivalry going down. Me versus Chipmunk. Would love to get it on stream, but we got too many great playoff caliber matches here. So another exciting one. It's unfortunate there was a 3-0 sweep, but it was definitely exciting. And Bagels, I'm sorry to steal it away from you, but I think we actually have something new coming up on stream here. We're gonna take a live look in here in just a moment. I believe Chipmunk's going to bring us Distortion versus Lightspeed. So live look in. We got a lot of time before the next game, so you guys are going to get a live look in here. So yeah, we'll be back though with our final match of the night. Should be another good one coming your guys' way. We have the Kings versus the Knights. Again, more playoff implications. The Kings, they're close to clinching. The Knights, they're looking for that number 1 seed, so it should be another good one. So stay tuned. Make sure you guys follow the channel. And enjoy Distortion versus Lightspeed. We'll see you guys back at 8:30.